The coronation of Charles III, the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, OSIRIS-REx, the first U.S. mission to collect a sample from an asteroid, a record year for women in science winning 3 out of 5 Nobel Prizes, Ash Ketchum finally becomes Pokemon World Champion, this and much more in the recount of events in 2023. This is Johnny, and these is the best recap of 2023. On Saturday, 6th May 2023 at Westminster Abbey, Charles III acceded to the throne on 8 September 2022 upon the death of his mother, Elizabeth II. The coronation of Charles III and his wife Camilla as King and Queen of the United Kingdom and the other Commonwealth realms, an association of 56 independent countries spanning 2.5 billion people. And just in case you are wondering, what does the King do? Well, let's first say that the King is the UK head of state, but his powers are largely symbolic and ceremonial, and he remains politically neutral. He receives daily dispatches from the government in a red letterbox, including briefings ahead of important meetings or documents needing his signature. The King also has a number of official parliamentary roles like appointing a government. The leader of the party that wins a general election is usually called to Buckingham Palace. State opening and the King's speech. The King begins the parliamentary year with the state opening ceremony. Royal assent. When a piece of legislation is passed through Parliament, it must be formally approved by the King in order to become law. In addition, the monarch leads the annual remembrance event in November at the Cenotaph in London. Also, the royal family receives an annual payment from the taxpayer, known as the sovereign grant, which is used to pay for official expenses, such as the upkeep of properties and staff costs. The amount is based on a proportion of the profits of the Crown Estate, a property business owned by the monarch but run independently. It had assets worth 16.5 billion euros in 2022. The sovereign grant was worth 86.3 million euros in 2022-2023, the same as in 2021-2022. Being held from 30 November until 12 December 2023 at Expo City, Dubai. The 2023 United Nations Climate Change Conference, or Conference of the Parties of the UNFCCC, more commonly referred to as COP28, is the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference. The COP conferences are intended for governments to agree on policies to limit global temperature rises and adapt to impacts associated with climate change. As a fun fact, the initial speech was held by King Charles III. The British monarch warned that we are carrying out a vast, frightening experiment of changing every ecological condition all at once at a pace that far outstrips nature's ability to cope. On December 1, 2023, activists protested outside the venue, calling for ecocide, mass environmental destruction, be made a crime at the International Criminal Court. The United Arab Emirates is one of the most climate-vulnerable countries in the world due to its very hot and humid climate. The observed annual average mean surface air temperature in the UAE has risen by 1.27 degrees Celsius, or 2.29 degrees Fahrenheit, between 1990 to 2022. On September 24, 2023, OSIRIS-REx is the first U.S. mission to collect a sample from an asteroid. It returned to Earth to drop off material from asteroid Bennu. The spacecraft didn't land, but continued on to a new mission, OSIRIS-APEX, to explore asteroid Apophis. Meanwhile, scientists hope the Bennu sample, OSIRIS-REx, dropped into the Utah desert, will offer clues to whether asteroids colliding with Earth billions of years ago brought water and other key ingredients for life here. Launched on September 8, 2016, the Origins, Spectral Interpretation, Resource Identification, and Security Regolith Explorer, or OSIRIS-REx, spacecraft traveled to a near-Earth asteroid named Bennu, formerly 1999 RQ-36, and collected a sample of rocks and dust from the surface. This mission will help scientists investigate how planets formed and how life began, as well as improve our understanding of asteroids that could impact Earth. Another incredible event we can mention is the Chandrayaan-3, the third mission in the Chandrayaan program, a series of lunar exploration missions developed by the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. The mission consists of a lunar lander named Vikram and a lunar rover named Pragyan, similar to those launched aboard Chandrayaan-2 in 2019. Chandrayaan-3 was launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center on 14 July 2023. The spacecraft entered lunar orbit on 5 August, and the lander touched down near the lunar South Pole on 23 August, making India the 4th country to successfully land on the Moon and the first to do so near the lunar South Pole. It has been a record year for women in the Nobel Prizes season. First of all, let's talk about the Nobel Prizes. The Nobel Prizes are 5 separate prizes that, according to Alfred Nobel's will of 1895, are awarded to those who, during the preceding year, have conferred the greatest benefit to mankind. There are other prizes, but today we will focus on the main prizes. These are the main categories: physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, and the Nobel Peace Prize. So 3 out of 5 women won the award in the following categories: physics, physiology or medicine, and the Nobel Peace Prize. There is so much to talk about this topic, so I'm not going to make it too long. Later we will discuss the importance of the contributions that these remarkable people has done this year. But for now, I will just mention who are the winners. For physics, the winner are Pierre Agostini, Ferenc Krauss, and Anne Lewillier, sharing the discovery of a way to create extremely short pulses of light that can be used to measure the rapid processes in which electrons move or change energy. For chemistry, we have Maungi G. Bowendi, Louis E. Bruce, and Alexei Yekimov for the discovery and synthesis of quantum dots. These tiny particles have unique properties and now spread their light from television screens and LED lamps. They catalyze chemical reactions, and their clear light can illuminate tumor tissue for a surgeon. For physiology or medicine, the winners are Katalin Karikó and Drew Weissman for their discoveries concerning nucleoside base modifications that enabled the development of effective mRNA vaccines against COVID-19. The discoveries by the 2 Nobel Prize laureates were critical for developing effective mRNA vaccines against COVID-19 during the pandemic that began in early 2020. The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to John Foss for his innovative plays and prose, which give voice to the unsayable. And finally, the Nobel Peace Prize was given to Narges Mohammadi for her fight against the oppression of women in Iran and her fight to promote human rights and freedom for all. What do the laureates receive? Nobel Prize laureates will receive a Nobel Prize diploma, a Nobel Prize medal, which is a gold medal given to recipients of the Nobel Prizes, also a document detailing the Nobel Prize amount, which this year is 11 million Swedish krona, or about 989,000 US dollars in current exchange rates. And, for the last bullet, after 25 years, Ash Ketchum finally becomes Pokemon World Champion. During the latest episode of the Pokemon Ultimate Journey series in Japan, Ash defeated Galar champion Leon in the final round of the Masters 8 tournament to earn the title of top trainer in the Pokemon world. Ash Ketchum's determination and perseverance to achieve his goal of becoming the world's top Pokemon trainer over the course of 25 seasons represents the very best of what it means to be a trainer, Taito Okiura, Vice President of Marketing for Pokemon Company International, said in a press release. The Pokemon Ultimate Journey series is streaming in the US exclusively on Netflix. The finals of the Masters 8 tournament will air worldwide in the future. Well, this is everything that I have for you today. I only focused on topics like science and random facts. There are many other events that happened this year, but looking on the positive side, I decided to talk about this, so we can end the year hoping for the best for this coming year. I would love to hear what you think about this in the comments. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do it now, so you can help me to grow. Also activate the notifications bell and share the video. This is Johnny. I hope you have an excellent rest of your week. Until the next one, take care.